You know, we think a lot about treating our bodies like a muscle. But what if you could do the same for your brain? Today, we're diving into Rita Carter's The Brain Fitness book to pull out a real, practical action plan for you. We're talking about how to build a stronger, fitter mind, starting right now.
The book kicks off with this really powerful truth. I mean, think about it. Every memory, every idea, every feeling you've ever had is a product of this physical organ in your head. It's not just important, it's literally the engine running your entire reality.
But that leads to the big question, doesn't it? Are we just stuck with the brain we were born with? Well, the exciting answer from modern science is a definite no. We can actively improve it, we can maintain it, and we can even enhance it, no matter how old we are.
To really get how that works, we first need to appreciate the incredible machine we're all working with. And the key to pretty much everything is a concept called neuroplasticity.
And this, right here, is the heart of it all. Your brain isn't some fixed piece of hardware. Think of it more like a living, changing electrical grid. Every time you learn a new factor, practice a skill, or have a new experience, you are physically laying down new wiring. You're forging new connections and building a stronger, more complex network inside your head. And the scale of this potential is just staggering. Your brain has about 86 billion neurons, and they create an estimated 100 times trillion connections. A number that big basically means you have a nearly infinite capacity for learning, for growth, and for change.
But of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Our brains face some real challenges, both from the natural process of aging and, from our daily lifestyle choices. So let's take a look at what we're up against. As we get older, our brain's hardware naturally gets a little wear and tear. A good way to think about it is like the old wiring in a house. The insulation can start to fray and the power supply might dip a bit. What this means in practice is that signals travel a little slower, which can make thinking and recalling things feel just a bit more effortful.
But here's a really fascinating twist. While our brain's physical hardware might be aging, our happiness often isn't. Research shows this very distinct U-curve when it comes to life satisfaction. It often takes a dip in those stressful middle-aged years, but then it rebounds. Older adults frequently report being just as happy as they were back in their 20s.
So this brings us to a really vital point. We can't stop the clock on aging, but we have a huge amount of control over the lifestyle factors that protect our brain. It's this constant balancing act, right, between things that speed up decline and these really powerful protective things that build resilience. And ultimately, which way that balance tips? Well, that's pretty much up to us.
Okay, so if it's a balancing act, how do we win? That brings us to the blueprint, the practical, day-to-day how-to for keeping your brain in peak condition. The book calls this whole plan the regime, and it's built on 5 pillars that probably look pretty familiar. But here's the key insight. The exact same things that keep your heart healthy are what your brain absolutely thrives on. Things like a good diet and exercise improve blood flow. That's your brain's fuel supply. While being social and learning new things builds up what's called a cognitive reserve. Think of it like a buffer against any decline down the road.
Let's just grab one of those pillars, rest, and see how practical this all gets. Getting good sleep isn't just about feeling less tired. It's when your brain gets to work consolidating memories from the day and, just as important, flushing out all the metabolic junk that builds up. Just following a simple routine like this one can make a world of difference.
All right, this brings us to our final and, I think, most powerful section. We all know we need to stay mentally active, but what's the single most effective way to really exercise the brain? This is the question we all have, isn't it? We've been told for years and years to do puzzles to keep our mind sharp. But does that stuff really build new brain power?
And here it is. This might be the single most important takeaway from the whole book. Your brain doesn't just crave a challenge, it craves novelty. Doing the same crossword every day just makes you an expert at that one crossword. It's like going to the gym and only ever doing bicep curls. To truly get your whole brain fit, you have to learn something new. That's what forces it to build completely new pathways and expand what it's capable of.
And the best part is that the ultimate brain workout isn't a chore, it's an adventure. The key is to pick something new and challenging that you actually find fun, whether it's learning an instrument, taking up a sport, or finally getting around to mastering that language. You're not just having a good time, you are literally building a stronger brain. So the question really isn't just what you'll do to protect your brain, but what you'll do to expand it. This isn't just about preventing decline, it's about actively pursuing growth.
It's a chance to be more curious, more capable, and more engaged with the world. So the only question left is, what's your next adventure going to be?